rise and fall in lands both near and far. Mysteries unravel under moon and star. Twists and turns behind each door. Every page holds something more. Come closer now, the fire's warm. Adventures calling evermore. We'll read, you'll choose. Endless quest, fireside tales, and me. Every path we take leads to worlds we've yet to see. So stoke the flames and turn the page. Our endless tale has just begun. Stoke the flames and turn the page. Our endless tale has just begun.
Mature content warning. From the Hilt cautions. Viewer discretion is advised. Themes may include strong language. You know. Like crap and stuff. Sexual innuendos. So it could get a little nasty. Mature subject matter. Truly world-shattering bullshit. It's from the Hilt. What did you expect? After you open that door it'll be too late. Just remember that you asked for this.
Greetings, I'm Logan the G.I. Joe Gamer. Welcome to Endless Quest Fireside Tales Episode 6. Tonight we're going to be reading Spell of the Winter Wizard. We have we're playing an interesting character tonight. Omina, stepchild of Alcazar, the Wizard of Eternal Spring, as we face the Spell of the Winter Wizard. Yeah, put that in the comments. We've got a few people here to hang out tonight. Let me put some tunes on. We got a Red Interruptus behind. Get him in frame. Well, sorry. He wants the doggo to be in frame. Oh, I don't see him. See, he still can't see him. So, what's up? All right, we got guitar off the cuff Dave. I doubt he's in here right now, but saying first. Good to see you, Dave, if you're out there. We got Bobby Catalano. Hello, Bobby. It's good to have you in here tonight. And then we got Jess Laws. Good to have you in here, Jess. But look at it. We have to discuss this right here. What Lair of the White Worm? I've never heard of it. I've heard of it, but I never knew what it was. And I've heard of it as innuendo, as in reference to other things. You want tavern music? Well, I can put some of that on a bit later. This is my song, Spell of the Winter Wizard, for this episode. You've been awake since Tuesday morning, Jess? What's wrong with you? You're going to be falling asleep before this episode. I hope you sleep well tonight. Yes, I did too, Bobby. I hope she does. And it seems like the chat's working. So we'll be jumping into this in a few. I did invite a few people, so I hope other people show up tonight. But apparently Tiger is busy, so we'll see what's going on with her. Tiger is not feeling it. Yeah, well, none of us really are here. So if you're looking at me going, man, Logan's looking pretty raggedy today, it's because I'm not really feeling all that great, but I'm in a good mood and I want to read. So
allergies are high here.
Yeah, allergies. It's allergy season for us here. Right here, right now, is a song from the 90s by Chat isn't working. You've already restarted 3 times. Oh, for you, it's not working. Oh, that's a drag, Bobby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, it's kind of an interactive show. I hope you can get your chat working. Yeah. Okay, Jez. All right. Well, yeah, I do have the Medieval Tavern music all lined up, so I can put it on. So there it is for you, just a taste. We're going back to Spell of the Winter Wizard. All right. So what we got going on tonight is Spell of the Winter Wizard, of course. This book right, y'all. And you missed an update? Oh, that's a possibility, Bobby. All right, so we've got our bookmark for our mulligan page. We've got our Spell of the Winter Wizard, my copy, looking pretty raggedy, but the inside is still all good. So we're gonna have some fun. What's the name of the band? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Jesus Jones. Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah, you got me curious now, Jess. I may see if I can check that out. Oh, Bobby, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Well, you can definitely hear us, and we can see your comments. So, hope you enjoyed tonight. Anyway, all right. So we've got a poll going on for next time. So we'll check that out real quick. The first one on the poll is Endless Quest book number 8. And so I've got it lined up on the poll, and we've got only 1 vote so far for Lair of the Lich. That'll make Red happy. Book number 27. Okay, but we've got book number 8, Villains of Volturnus. And we can read that one next time. Or we can read Captive Planets. Captive Planet. Yeah, I couldn't get a better scan, so my copy looks so much better. So if I can find the camera tonight, other way, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Now, if I just aim for the camera, I'll be better. Captain Planet, followed by Lair of the Lich, which we already talked about a little bit. Yes, go this way. The correct way. I'm not mirrored anymore. I flipped it, so hopefully it looks good for you guys. So there's a better view of this cover. Got you in the comments. Be right back. Okay, Bobby. Bobby's going to try to get her chat going because I know she wants to jump in and comment. Hey, cool gamer. What's up, buddy? We're about ready to read this Endless Quest book, Spell of the Winter Wizard, but we got one more choice for next time, and that is Prisoner of Elderwood. So if you know, you know, but there are the covers for you to judge by. Yeah, we got the better covers here. Well, actually, that one's about, I would say mine is a little better. If I can do this correctly. Right there. And then, of course, we have Lair of the Lich, Captive Planet, which my copy is better. So that, Captive Planet, and Villains of Volturnus, which I had a good scan of that. So, and we're reading Spell of the Winter Wizard tonight. So next time, please vote, everybody. You voted for Lair of the White Lich? Lair of the White Lich. Well, it's up there. 1 vote so far. So yes, vote for next time. Hopefully everybody jumps in and is able to do that. So if Bobby's chat's not working, that would explain why she hasn't voted yet. Cool gamer. What's up with you, buddy? Some stuff going on tonight. I've finished a bunch of projects today. Got my video ready for next week's G.I. Joe thing on Wednesday. Hopefully I can start on the next one Monday or Tuesday or this weekend, depending on how much time I have. So trying to give everybody some time to jump in here. We got like only 2 people in the chat right now, so hold up a little bit and just chat with you. Tomorrow night we're talking Conan the Barbarian on Fridays from the Hilt. So we should have a good time doing that. Let's see. We got Attack of the Prompt showdown tomorrow night. Suno's making you angry today. Yeah, me too. I don't know what's going on with Suno the last couple of days. But yesterday, all they were giving me was opera, and I'm like, this is not, something's up. But ChatGPT was acting weird too. Has been for like 2 or 3 days. So I don't know what's going on with AI. And the AI is failing, as the tiger just said. Rebelling. AI is rebelling. That's a possibility. I think it's failing. It's more like, yes, Conan the Barbarian tomorrow night. Bobby, I hope your chat is working. So with the 4 of you in house and 3 of you in the chat, hopefully we can have a fair vote here and get started. So let me know if you guys are ready. We are supposed to have some games this weekend. We're supposed to have Isle of the Dragonhead on Sunday. Hopefully we all can get in on that. Jess is in that game. The military action game on Monday, that's been delayed twice as well because once was me, last week was other people, and it happens, with games. That's why we tend to have them tentatively out there. So, but next Wednesday, we're back on the G.I. Joe Gamer channel with a brand new Joe Takes Shadow Chat, where every week in July and August, got an episode of Joe Takes on Wednesday night with a part of my movie G.I. Joe Lady Blood Right. I was working on the other one today, so I was making sure I was saying the right thing. And each one will have a part, and each one of those parts is going to have a full song. So I've got some really good music I put out for it. Yeah, Lennox keeps turning every conversation into some stuff not appropriate to say here. Yeah. But, AI wants to talk dirty, and it's like, why would the AI care about getting dirty? I mean, it doesn't have the right parts. So. Anyway, we got Spell of the Winter Wizard. We're going to dive into this tonight. If I can put this where it's supposed to be. There we go. I love this cover. Show it off one more time before we get started. Is a really good cover, and I'll show them again before we end the poll tonight. And see if we got any more votes. Nope, just one vote tonight on the poll. So we'll see how things go, because it might just be you, Jess, and then you will have decided the book for next time. And we'll blame Jess. Yeah, if it's not a good book. No, Lair the Lich is an awesome book, actually. The Spell of the Winter Wizard is written by Linda Lowry. The Dungeons and Dragons adventure book. Cover art is by Larry Elmore. Yes, one of the best in the D&D business. For artwork, interior art by Jeffrey R. Bush. So if there are bad pics inside, it's his fault. But right off the bat, we got a picture. And I just make sure I'm in the right spot. There we go. That's probably you with your stepfather, Alcazar. We are, as I said, in this book, you are Omina, stepchild of Alcazar, the Wizard of Eternal Spring. You're out gathering herbs to use in soup for your ailing stepfather when your peaceful evening is interrupted by warlike shouts and the thundering of many hooves. Dun, dun, dun. You got back again? Okay. Let's see. It's learning. He wants to be in a real body. That's a possibility. Okay, all right, so what we got here is, it's how Endless Quest books work, everybody. You are about to set off on an adventure in which you will meet many dangers and face many decisions. Your choices will determine how the story turns out, so be careful. You must choose wisely. Now, as you remember, if you've been here before, the reason why I accentuate the word you and yours, because they do in the book. Your stepfather was a Pegasus. I like that, Jess. All right. Do not read this book from beginning to end. Instead, you are faced with a decision. When you are faced with a decision, follow the instructions. Keep turning to the pages where your choices lead you until you come to an end. At any point, your choice could bring success or disaster. You can read Spell of the Winter Wizard many times with many different out results. So if you make an unwise choice, go back to the beginning and start again. Good luck on your adventure. All right, so we are ready to dive in with another picture. All right, look at that. Look at that. If I do it right, Chris. There we go. I'll get used to this, really. Ooh, there we go. All right, get on into it. All right. You can see that picture really well. Hey, Bud Files, how you doing? Good to have you drop in. We're about ready to start reading here, and if you want to join us, you're welcome to. We appreciate you dropping in. Let me reiterate what's going on here, and I don't really like that word, but it works. In this book, you are Omina, stepchild of Alcazar, the Wizard of Eternal Spring. We're out gathering herbs to use in soup for your ailing stepfather, Alcazar. When your peaceful evening is interrupted by warlike shouts and the thundering of many hooves. Thundering of many hooves. Stifling a scream of panic, you race across the fields towards home. The night is wild with the screeches of Warzen's boars. The cries echo through the countryside, and the thunder of hooves grows louder and louder. I think you should stop talking to him, Jess. He sounds like he's upset. I should never have left Alcazar alone, you think. Not even while I pick the herbs for his soup. You fling the handful of herbs on a bench and shout to your cat, "Hurry, Cornelius! We must get to Alcazar before Warzen's army reaches him." As you round the corner to the back of the cottage, your heart sinks. It's too late. Orcs are pounding on the front door. Yeah! You know you must hide quickly, so you burrow into the woodpile by the door. Burrow, wow. Didn't know you could burrow into wood, but maybe. Your eyes searching for the cat. Looking for the cat! Poor Alcazar, you think? But your thoughts freeze when you hear Warzen's voice bellow above the commotion. "Silence!" he roars. And the noise stops instantly. "Well, well, well. Isn't this a sight to behold? The great wizard of eternal spring, lying in his bed, powerless before me." The winter wizard's cruel laughter and sends shivers up your spine. You crawl in deeper among the logs. In your mind, you picture Warzen's ugly face, his black eyes glaring through narrow slits, his tangled beard packed thick with ice, his bared teeth as jagged as icicles. Hey, we got a Rudini in the house. What's up, Ray? Hope you're having a good night, buddy, and you're safe at home. Totally fine and normal. Gives me something to do. Okay. Everybody saying hi? Uh-oh. The other half in the house on Jess. Okay. Where are your powers, you and your loyal followers now, Alcazar? Sneers Warzen. I don't see anyone rushing forth to protect you. What should we do with you, Warzen? Asked a gruff voice. What should we do with him, Warzen? Asked a gruff voice. Should we give him a few jabs with our pig stickers? Pegasus has sharp teeth. Oh boy. Did you sharpen them? Normally they're herbivores and they have like... Okay. Snorts and snuffles of rude laughter burst from the onlooking army. "No, muttonhead," growls Warzen. "I want the pleasure of seeing him suffer. We'll put him in the ice cavern in my castle dungeon and watch him slowly freeze." Everything freezes. Oh. You hear the scrug, the ice cavern, gloats an orc. You hear that, scrug? The ice cavern, gloats an orc. He can hang next to the disobedient boar with his teeth as sharp as knife blades. He'd ought to be pretty hungry by now, howls another. "Quiet!" booms Warzen. "Boar keepers, get out your ropes and take him away. And see that you keep him alive on the journey north." There is a loud shuffling of feet. You picture the horrible creature tearing Alcazar from his bed and roughly binding his frail frame. It is all you can do to keep from leaping forth to defend him. Only Alcazar's earlier words of warning hold you back. They are an army, and you are but one. Okay, let's do it, Alcazar. They are an army, and you are but one. If anything happens, you must protect yourself. You are dearer to me than my own life. Ice cavern, schmice cavern. Be gone! Confused, start over, please. Nah, that never happens, Jess. Okay, recap. You're hiding in a woodpile. Evil wizard comes to get your stepfather. Good wizard. Evil wizard takes good wizard prisoner. You stuck in the woodpile. That's it. Can you bang on the door again? All right, let's do this. Oh, we need some. I'm gonna need some light. It's getting dark. Oh, that'll work. Not that much, but it'll work. All right. Are we a girl? The name sounded female. I think it can be either or. Stepchild in the woodpile. Yes. Favorite part so far. And now the kingdom is ours, shouts Warzin as the orcs cheer in triumph. Not for long, you vow silently. Not for long. Let the frigid winds blow. Let the wintry snows descend upon the land. Let all that is green and living turn to cold and darkness. The icy frost of winter shall reign forever. Booms Warzin, and the evil army thunders off, howling their victory cheer in the night. Care Bear? No, this is a wolf, dude. What do you mean? You've seen my wolf shirt before? Last time you thought it was cats. A frigid wind roars across the woodpile, driving snow deep into the cracks of your hiding place. You shiver violently and begin to inch your way out from under the logs. Listening for any boar keepers Warzins may have left behind. Hearing nothing, you creep into the cottage and cover your trembling body with heavy blankets. You try to rest, but your heart pounds madly and sleep won't come. There are many decisions to make before dawn. Somehow you must rescue your stepfather and restore him to health. You recall what Alcazar told you earlier about the crimson flame mushroom that grows in the forbidden forest. It is the only cure for my illness, he said. The druids can help you find it. But the forest teems with dangerous creatures, and you must be very careful. Will you be able to find the druids? Will they help you find the crimson flame mushroom? Can you get it to Alcazar before it's too late? Yes, we're talking shrooms, guys. Maybe you should try to rescue him first and search for the druids later. But then again, as dawn reveals the horizon, you have narrowed your choices down to 2. We're out of choice, my friends. Let's see. You believe it's a black cat. No, it's a wolf, man. It's a wolf. Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's a wolf. I'll react before I start reading. Sorry, guys. Wolf cat, same thing. No, I'm sorry, Jess. Wolf cat is a totally different thing. All right. You can try to destroy Warzin first, then save Alcazar before he freezes. Turn to page 65. Or you can seek out the druids and find the crimson flame mushroom and take it to Alcazar. Turn to page 21. So, fight the evil wizard and certain doom. Yay! Find the mushrooms and and to save your stepdad. David! Hey, Dave. Back in, buddy. Ray need to come home and spank me for being a bad... Oh, no, Jess. Mushrooms are yuck. It depends on how you cook them. I'd like me some sauteed mushrooms. They're pretty good. Shroomin', yes. We got to vote for Shroom. I'm taking that as a vote for Shroom. Eat the mushrooms. No, we got to find them first and then take them to our stepfather. We're not shrooming. We're going to let our stepfather shroom. We're just going to the liquor store to get something for our stepdad. We got a note. You remember those days? Oh, it's good to see everybody. All right. So what's it going to be? We got shrooms. I'm taking that as shrooms unless you tell me otherwise. Bobby, you said mushrooms are yuck, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Where do you want to go? You going to go destroy Warzin and save our Alcazar? Or are we going to seek out the druids and find the crimson mushroom? Shortcut step shrooms. There you go. That's a definite, man. That's one for shrooms for sure. A pig to root out the mushrooms. That's 2. Come on, you guys. I'm taking these as votes for shrooms. Let's see. We have 4 people in, so let's see. We have 5 with Cool Gamer if Cool Gamer wants to vote. But I only see 4 of you in the chat there. I'd never choose mushrooms. So Bobby's the one naysayer on this point. All right, so Dave, what do you think? Shall we go after the evil wizard and try to save our stepfather, the wizard of eternal spring? Spring versus winter. Here we go. Yeah, Cool Gamer wasn't here, Ray. I don't know if he's still here. Captain Logan. No, most times I'm Commander Logan, but that's okay. I'll settle for Captain. Captain outranks the Commander in the Navy. Winter sucks. I'm always the one who doesn't agree. Well, that's not always true, Bobby. But it's pretty cool. Used to hate mushrooms as a kid, but they grew on you. And I hope not, Jess. All right, I'm having fun tonight. I hope you guys are. We're gonna have some fun with this book. I've been wanting to read this one for a while. I remember as a kid, I really loved this one. Can you tell? I read it a lot. Captain Logan should wear the hat like George Martin. I don't know who George Martin is. No matter how he wears his hat, right? This is the way the G.I. Joe gamer wears his hat. Yeah, except I'm trying to. I got to get a haircut, and my wings are popping out on them. That's what my wife calls me. They grew out of you, Jess. Oh no! All right, so we got 2 votes for going for the shrooms. No, 1 vote for going no shrooms. So I guess we're going shrooms. Didn't actually grow on me. An accidental joke. It's okay, Jess. All right, so we're going to page 21 and looking for the shrooms. We're gonna find those druids. We're gonna go to the dispensary and ask for some shrooms. Man. All right, so here's our mulligan page. We're going Storm Shadow or Cobra Commander tonight. Let's go Cobra Commander. Go, Brad! Okay. All right, I do have some of these G.I. Joe Endless Quest books. We're getting our storeroom pretty soon, probably this summer. And I should have those by next season. I hope. Whoop, whoop. All right, here we go. You pull on your warmest clothes, tall leather boots, 2 wool sweaters, and your heavy white cloak and with the hood. You know you will need weapons for the journey, so you pick up a sturdy iron poker from the hearth. Let's see, you think. I could use some magical protection as well. What can I take? Your stepfather kept a golden whistle for emergencies, hidden behind a loose stone in the fireplace. The magic in the whistle will work just once, so use it wisely, he said. You take the magic whistle from its hiding place and drop it into your pocket. Boot! Then, armed with the poker and the whistle, you head out toward the forbidden forest to find the druids. Your heart sinks when you see that Warzen's spell has killed all the daffodils and tulips. The fields are deep in snow, and your legs are tired from trudging by the time you see the woods ahead. Yep, magic. Just a little bit of magic. The bare trees of the forest edge cast long shadows across the snow, and even with the leaves gone, you see that these woods are thick and dark, with barely a snatch of gray sky showing through. You were hoping for a sign or two. Druids to the right, or information 7 trees ahead. But this is no civilized forest. All you see are tree trunks, with deep, cold blackness lurking behind them. All you hear is the squeak of your own footsteps on the frozen, snowy ground. Poke who? Yeah, I don't know. We got a poker. Oh, hey, we got a picture coming up here. Okay. You are not even a mile into the woods when you hear mumbling, and you stop dead in your tracks to listen. Yeah, excellent peacock special. One of those cracks a voice from the darkness. My finest butterfly out. Into the glass jar with you. You inch toward the sound, and soon you see a thatched roof held by a sawed-off tree trunk, all hung with icy mosquito netting. Inside sits a mousy little man in a safari hat with a blanket thrown over his shoulders. He holds a blue-spotted butterfly in his hand. There is a wooden sign dangling over his desk. Professor Erasmus Quince, Lepidopterist. Yeah, that thing. Lepidopterist. I'm sure it's pronounced way different. Keep laughing when he says poker. Like me with a grill brush and headlamp to patrol our dead end dirt street where nothing happens with a poker. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you the picture and then I'll read on here. There we go. Let's get that up to the camera. so you can see the weird dude. Professor Erasmus. Excuse me, sir, you begin, pulling back the next door, now pulling back the net door, now stiff with frost. I wonder if you could tell me. Just a moment. Just a moment. He drops the butterfly into a jar and clamps on the lid. Did anyone ever tell you you're rude, rather rude? He asked, glaring at you through glasses so thick that they make his eyes look blurry brown bugs, like blurry brown bugs. Okay. Hey, Cool Gamer, thank you, bud. Look at that. Cool Gamer became a member of our channel. Thank you, buddy. I forgot to even mention that. Yes, you can join our membership if you want to support the channel like that. Appreciate it, bud. Thank you so much. True story. Cool Gamer leveled up. Yes, he did. Well, that wasn't my fault. All right, you're back, buddy. All right. We got you back then. Yeah, you just said, excuse me, this guy calls you rude. What's up with that? I was just, wait, hush. He looks for a place to set down his jar, but the desk is cluttered with dusty books and maps and butterflies. So he shoves the jar into more clutter on a wooden shelf. And then he leans back on the stool and studies you from top to toe. Okay. An interesting specimen, I see. What are you? Elf? Halfling? Who is Ruby? I don't know. Oh, Ruby! Oh, that. Did you go Ruby? Oh my goodness. Yeah, there. I have 4 tiers, and Ruby is up there. Thank you. Thanks, Cool Gamer. Yeah, Ruby is a tier level. We have Amber, Emerald, Ruby, and Diamond. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's the way I did it. Sounds cool. Your headphones just died. Assume I can't hear you if I don't choose. My fans are loud. Okay. All right, Bobby. Okay. Human, sir. Okay. Human, sir. I'm human, just like you. You answer, a bit annoyed. Can't you tell? Quite, he sounds, wriggling his nose. I can't wiggle. Like a rat, so his glasses jump up and down. That I can do. Okay, there we go. He lifts up his hat and runs his fingers through his mouse brown hair, making it stand straight up. However, let's be specific. Let's be scientific about it. A child human, no doubt. A young homo sapien. Yes. Dave says he was there. You can't say it wasn't your fault. You said, let me in. Then he started to say a response as your blade was already moving. There you go. Tell me to stop cheering for a little bit. Oh, man, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Let's have some fun. All right. You can see now that he is wearing a vest covered with pockets, each with a different label. Pens, cotton, pencils. He reaches into the one labeled magnifying glass and motions for you to step forward. Open your mouth and let me see your teeth, child. Why would you want to do that, you ask, shocked? To determine if you are correct. If you are indeed a homo sapiens of a young age. Enough, sir. I don't have any time to waste, you protest. I need to find the druids, and I wonder if you could steer me in the right direction. Druids? No. I really can't help you. You see, I'm a lepidopterist. Not an information center. He opens up a damp book and unsticks the pages as your conversation has come to an end. You turn to go, but then your curiosity makes you stop. Professor Quince, you say? What is a lepidopterist? An entomologist specializing in the study of Lepidoptera. He rattles off, and raising his head to look at your stunned face, he adds, a butterfly collector, child. Butterflies and moths. In fact, here comes one of my catches now. Hey, do we have a Christopher Works in the house? What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Reading an endless quest book tonight? Plausible deniability. Well played. Your hands are clean. All right, let's keep this going. Let's see. A pale green moth with long tails on its wings flutters through the door and lights on the professor's desk, sending a delicate puff of dust into the air. Not much of a specimen is she, says the professor, wrinkling his rat nose at her. Only one antenna, not good enough to be pressed into one of my books. The moth blushes a pale peach color and lowers her lashes over her golden eyes. Well, I suppose she's a decent guide, he adds. She has a light in that one antenna, you see? Bizarre, isn't it? That sounds very useful to me, you say. Seeing that the professor is hurting the moth's feelings, butterflies are not meant to be useful, he barks. They are meant to be beautiful. Without the beauty of their perfection, they are nothing. He slams the covers of the book together, ending the conversation. The moth darts off to a far corner, her wings trembling, and tries to hide behind a bottle. You disturb me enough for one day, child. Now be on your way. But wait, please, I have an idea. Well, favor really to ask of you. I need a guide to get me through the forest, and I'm sure your moth could be of help. She could take me to the druids, and then I'll send her right back, I promise you. Okay. Alright, let's see. We're saying hi to Chris. Let's get that. I didn't get that earlier. Sorry, I'm slow. Good one, Erdini. Slap this guy. Mothra rules. That Mothra. We're gonna get Mothra. All right, we're back to a choice here, guys. The moth peeks out from beneath her wing, her eyes glowing. What do you think, Luna? The professor asked. I'm busy with this peacock butterfly, and I would just as soon have you out of my way for a while. Yes, I'd love to be your guide, Luna says, all aflutter. And I know a shortcut to the Druid's Grove that will get you there in no time. She talks, you exclaim. A strange and disappointing specimen indeed, I told you, grumbles Professor Quince. Well, go ahead and take her, but I need a deposit of 5 gold pieces to be sure you bring her back. But I don't have 5 gold pieces. I have no money with me, you protest. And you have no Luna moth either, he says, pulling the peacock butterfly from the jar and jabbing it with a pin. And let me tell you this, young Homo sapiens. You will never make it through the forest without help. There are millions of creatures just waiting for a fine specimen like you. I guarantee that if you go alone, you will be dead by dawn. You dig into your pocket, searching for something to use as a deposit. You have only one treasure, your magic whistle, which leaves you with 2 choices. You choose the chicken. Did you say stud muffin? I haven't said stud muffin, no. If you were talking to me. That was your panther, not me. Somebody say stud muffin in the chat? I haven't heard that in a long time. Stud muffin. What happens when joking around something actually mentioned it yet? Mothra, pull out your fist. Pull out your... I don't know where you're going with that, Ray. All right, we got a new mulligan page, my friends. All right, so if we choose to leave our golden whistle as a deposit for Luna, turn to page 126. Choose to blow the whistle, hoping it will send you to the druids, turn to page 28. So, give up the whistle or use the whistle. Either way, kind of give it up. So, what do you guys want to do? Never refuse a chicken? Nah, I wouldn't either. Especially if it's fried. I love fried chicken. There's no chicken as far as I know, buddy. So if we're talking about the moth is doing anything. You want to try for the druids? That's 1 for blow the whistle. Blow, baby, blow. That's 2 for blow the whistle. Chris works. All right. Hey, Richard the dungeon crawler in here. How you doing, buddy? Do you want to blow the guy? No, that's not what we were talking about, Richard. That's not what we were talking about. You can't whistle. Me neither, Bobby. I never could whistle. Richard, you can't launch. No. He crossed the wooded path. Crossed the streams. No thanks. Welcome in, Richard. All right, we got a full house tonight. All right, let's keep it going. So we blowing that whistle. We got 2 from blow the whistle. I'm not counting blow the guy. No. Blow the man down. Yay. That's why we have a whistle. There you go. Yeah, because we don't know how to whistle. That's probably why somebody invented a whistle. Ray wants to sit in the corner and watch. I think this conversation took a turn. Why did the chicken cross the wooded path? To get away from Colonel Sanders. Oh. Okay, guys. We got 2 votes for blow the whistle. Any naysayers or any more votes? Any corner will do. Oh boy. Someone else can blow the whistle. I don't know. Is that a vote, Bobby? He was going to an adventure on the other side of the path. There you go, buddy. You tell that chicken to go on that adventure on the other side of the path. Whistle, yes. Okay, so that's 3. All right. You're sleepy? I'm sorry, Ray. Sort of started out in this direction. Yeah, you sort of did. All right, unless I get any naysayers. I got 3 votes for blow this whistle. I think I'm going for it. Blow, baby, blow. All right, so we're going to blow the whistle. Oh, let's just turn the page. What's over that? One page. Sure, blow the whistle. Okay, all right, here we go then. I'll blow the whistle. You rub your eyes, open them one at a time, and realize that you are somewhere very dark and very moist. You did not describe the blowing, no. There is moss growing on the walls. The only source of light is the one doorway, a curved opening that leads outside where the sun is shining. A tree trunk, you say. How in the world did I land inside a tree trunk? You shake your head, but it feels a little dizzy. That's funny, I can't remember. You say, walking out into the sunlight. You look up to see big, cumulus clouds drifting across the sky. You look down to see a little brown face peeking at you from behind a chinaberry tree. One by one, friendly halflings pop out from the trunk, smiling very big smiles and carrying fruit and flowers in their arms. Soon you are surrounded by 100 of the tiny laughing creatures. Welcome to the island of Etakin. Etaknan, okay. The island of Etaknan, Amina, says one, handing you a bouquet of orchids. You know my name, you ask. Of course we do. We are the Attacks. And we want you to be happy here, says another, giving you an enormous pink pear. How did I get here? Did you know that too? You ask the little creatures. The same way everyone gets here, answers one Attack with an armful of columbines. Magic! We're here to make you happy, says another proudly. Oh, blowing this whistle. Oh no, what's going on here? What's going on in my chat? Dream of a world where chickens can cross the road without having their motives questioned. Why is there no whistle emoji? I don't know. That's a good question, Chris. I look too, Christopher. I have the sign that says, with a picturesque scene of a chicken crossing a desert road. It's hilarious. You found one. Isn't this a whistle? That would be a guitar, my friend. I think. I don't know what that is. What is that? That's not a guitar. Yeah, I can't really tell. David, it is the beginning of the best dad joke. Here's the whistle. Okay, it looks like a gun. That looks like a gun, Jess. I look for a hug emoji. Is there one? I think there is. I think there is a hug emoji. That's for sucking, not blowing. You guys. It's banjo. Okay, that's a banjo. Okay, so I was close. All right, well, I got a picture, and I will show it off. Because, let's get that up there. There we go. Here we go. There's a picture of the halflings. Oh, okay. There's only one way to make me happy, you answered. That's to help me find wars in the Winter Wizard so I can rescue my stepfather. All in due time, says the Attacks in unison. We know of your problem, says the pair Attack. And all problems have solutions, but you must be patient. The time is running out, you say, not the least bit patient. Not to worry, the Technon is not a place for worries, says a little creature, winding a yellow daisy into your hair. Now come with us, Elmina. Children of the forest, yes. Well, I guess I know what I'll be forced to eat tonight. Oh, yes. I'm turning to page 62 like the book asked me to. And we're just going to move on from this conversation. We got more pictures with the halflings. Halflings. There we go. Ew. Is this it? No, there's more, buddy. Two of the little attacks grasp your hands, and soon you are being led into a straw hut, dim and peaceful inside, and full of the smell of rich earth. Here's where you'll stay, they all say at once. We'll hang your name, Omina, on a sign above the doorway. And this will be your very own home. Big pots of pink and fuchsia flowers hang from the rafters, and there is a tiny wooden bed piled high with soft pink pillows in the corner. You even have your own desk, and beneath your bed, a hand-woven carpet that creates beautiful dreams while you're sleeping. The attacks giggle when your eyes open wide at the realization that the rug is made with real flowers and golden threads. Now, I remember reading this as a kid. I never blew the whistle, guys. This is all new to me. Logan is herding cats at this point. Yeah, pretty much. It pretty much did. Druids do like wood. I don't think these are the druids, Chris. Is there always so much blowing in this? No, Richard, no. This is a first for me. You will eat your bad chicken and rice. Oh, no. All right. But I didn't come to stay, you begin. You stop when the faces of the attacks cloud over with disappointment. One little creature begins to cry, a stricken look on its tiny face. But you must stay at least for a night, says one. You will be so happy here, completely happy, says another. Well, you said, looking at all the expectant faces as the halflings wait for your answer. Oh, please say yes, begs the littlest attack, who is still crying tiny round tears as it fills its heart might to burst. Wait a minute, did we get kidnapped by a butterfly? No, I think we got kidnapped by one of the little halflings. How did we get here, guys? How did we get here? Oh, no. They are waiting for your answer. You have two choices. Oh, we got a new mulligan, guys. All right. You agree to stay the night, planning to spend just one night in Atacnon. Turn to page 149. Tell them you cannot stay and get on with your business. Turn to page 69. So, 149, staying with the Atacnon, or are we getting out of here and going on with our business? Naughty, naughty, bad suit. Yes, bad suit. A spanking, a spanking, a spanking. 69, dude. Yeah, I kind of figured. That's one. Got to go up picking your wife up from the airport. Peace out. Stay awesome. You too, buddy. Thanks for joining us. We're staying. We have to rest. One for going, one for staying. I don't trust these tricksy hobbitses. I don't either, Jess. Two for going, one for staying. Should I stay or should I go? That's 2 for 2. There's Richard saying stay. We got Ray and Richard saying stay. And Chris and Jess saying, let's get out of here. We need a tiebreaker, guys. Drive safe, Dave. Yeah, I agree, Christopher. Thank you. Wow. All right, guys. What's it going to be? Should I stay or should I go now? You safe, Dave? All right, Bobby, what do you think? Stay or go? Man, Bobby might be our deciding vote here. We're tied up. What's the question? Stay with the halflings or go on with our business and continue the adventure? Here's your chance for your vote to count. Oh, that's wrong, Ray, but yeah, it's kind of true. All right, we got 8 votes in the poll. I'll look at that while Bobby's deciding. Let's see, we got Villains of Old Turnus at 25, Captain Planet at 12, and Prisoner of Elderwood at 12. Larry the Lich is on top with 50% of the vote. You might be getting your wish this time, Bobby. Jess, I'm sorry. I don't know if Bobby voted. Never mind, go. All right, that's 3 for go. So no staying, we're going. All right. Turn to page 69. All right. What do we got here? Okay. I don't hear, Lil. Like the wind. Gone like the wind, that's right. All right. I appreciate your hospitality, you tell the attacks, but I am traveling on an important mission. I must save my stepfather for the wizard Warzin right away. Alcazar is very ill, and he could die soon if I don't rescue him. The halflings twitter among themselves like tropical birds. Can you help me, you plead? Fortunately, we have no power, says the Columbine attack. But Thortak will certainly want to hear your story. Thortak, you ask. Our master, explains an attack who is carrying a basket of red oranges. Come with us, say all the little halflings, taking your hands and leading you out the door. Where are we going, you ask? To Mount Tak, where Thortak lives, they say, and you follow them over green hills and down flowery valleys and up a very high mountain covered with fruit trees, just like that. The higher you travel, the foggier it gets. You realize you are walking through big, white cumulus clouds. Wow, that's quite a journey. I have influence spells. Soon you are standing on a mountain that feels like the top of the universe. It is thick with lush vegetation, and the trees are heavy with strange fruits. This way to Thortak, announces an attack. Yeah. Pointing to a path of flower petals that leads through the trees. Just follow the path. It'll lead to Thortak. We will wait here for you. It's like fucking Munchkin Land. Yeah, you go, right? Yes, it is. Holy crap. You do as you are told, and soon you stand in a beautiful mountaintop clearing. In the middle of the clearing is a quiet blue lake. At the edge of the lake is a man. A massive, round-bellied man who sits cooling his feet in the water. He is wearing a white deerskin tunic, cinched at the waist with a vine. His long gray hair is entwined with a crown of bluebells. Well, don't just stand there, says the man in a jolly voice. Come on in. Make yourself at home. Are you Thortak, you ask, looking at him up and down? He has a hummingbird on his finger, and it flits away at the sound of your voice. That's what they say, he answers, laughing in a friendly laugh. Thortak in the flesh. He extends a huge hand for you to shake. This is my house. I have the stars and clouds for my roof, the earth for my floor, and no walls to disturb the view. Now, what can I do for you, little one? I have traveled far from the kingdom of eternal spring, you began. I know all that, Omina, he interrupts, waving his hand. Just tell me what you need from me. I have come to you to find help in fighting Warzin and rescuing Alcazar, you say, getting right to the point. The odds are great, he says, popping a berry into his mouth. Here's a picture of Santa. No, Thortak. Yes, it could be Santa. There you go. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does that look like Santa? It's like could be just an old man to me. Here, would you like one? He passes a leaf filled with big purple berries toward you. You are hungry, so take one. The odds, in fact, he continues, are almost impossible for a little one like you. This Warzin is no weakling, you know. I know that, Thortak. But I must try. It's in spite of all odds. I must save Alcazar. Thortak sets down his leaf of berries and looks you straight in the eyes. Now tell me, my dear, how can a wizard be as important as all that? Because he's my stepfather, you say, not batting an eyelash. Because I love him. Precisely because you love him. He shouts, leaping to his feet like a great elephant. Yes, sir, that's the key to it all. Now come here, he says, wrapping a burly arm around your shoulder like a polar bear. I'll tell you something. I'm going to give you whatever you need to fight this Warzin devil. I'll see to it that his evil power is stopped, but the method we use will be up to you. You mean I have a choice, you ask? Of course you have a choice, but I'll warn you right now, you must pay the consequences. If you make the wrong decision, I believe in lessons, and we'll see how fast you learn, little one. Thortak leads you to the other side of the quiet lake. All right, what did I miss here in the chat? You silly devil. Logan, did you say popping berry into? No, I did not. I did not say that. Every time you see that hollow wave, I've had to start over. Oh, but what a bummer, Bonnie. I'm sorry you're having troubles like that. Okay. You see the castle over there? He asked, pointing to the clouds toward the cliff from the mainland. That's Warzen's castle, you say. That's Warzen's castle, you say. Exactly, says Thortak. Now, every hour, the Winter Wizard walks out on his rooftop to check out on his army. The next time he takes his little stroll will be the last time. Your heart leaps. You have come to the right place for help. You have a decision to make, Thortak continues. If you want to use a nice, peaceful method of attack, we'll do it. It will work, but we'll be quiet and pleasant. On the other hand, if you want, we can destroy him with his own cruel tactics. There will be thunder and lightning and a violent end. What do you say? Your mind is filled with thoughts of the terrible kidnapping of Warzen, watching your stepfather freeze in the ice cavern. And yet you have never seen Alcazar resort to violence. What's your choice? Asked Thortak. You must decide if you want to see Warzen suffer or if you want to conquer him quietly. Will you choose the violent spell or will you choose the peaceful spell? We really get to choose between violence and peace right here, everybody. Throw your sword. That would be violence, but I'll wait and see if I'm wrong show. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get some votes in here, guys. Checking some messages real quick while I'm waiting for votes. Looks like Katie Robbins has a message for me. Dungeon Damsel is posting something here. Okay. They do a game all the time over there. Violence. Oh, we got one vote for violence. Bobby Gray's like, I don't know what's going on. You want violence or you want peace, Ray? There's Jess has chosen violence. Violence, of course. That's 2 votes for violence. Here we go. Violence. Every time I have to close it and come back, it says for me to wave. Lol. Oh, sorry. All right. Got 2 votes for violence. Dun dun dun. But it don't mean peace this time. I want peace in this book. But in this book I choose violence. I want peace, but in this book I choose violence. That's 3. 3 for violence. What else do we got? At least one more. We're choosing violence. Oh, at least it keeps it alive, Bobby. Yep. This is true. At least it keeps you going on here. You always vote the opposite, so just skip you. Okay, all right. Well, no. Last time your vote decided it all, Bobby. So, I mean, if you choose violence, that's the way it is. Does that mean you're choosing peace? We got 3 votes for violence. You were deciding the vote. You were the deciding vote last time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, this time, if you chose peace, you'd be outvoted. You got us here. You can't escape the responsibility now. I kind of agree, Ray. You chose. Yeah, there's no right or wrong, Bobby. There's just fun. One way or the other. You choose peace, that's fine. You choose violence, that's fine too. But if you choose violence, we're going down that path, my friend. Blue chick, if you choose violence, we're going to town. Choose to stay, and Jess yelled at me. I chose to stay, and Jess yelled at me. Yeah, well, it's between you and Jess. There's nothing I can do about that. Jess, stop yelling at Bobby. There's no right or wrong, but we may die. It's a possibility, Ray. That's a possibility. I got 3 votes for violence, though, and I haven't had any votes for anything else. So if I don't get another vote here, I guess we're going violence. Oh, man. You still in here, Chris? Are you choosing violence? Oh. I haven't seen a comment from Christopher Works in a bit. He might not be here. All right, guys. It looks like the majority of the group has chosen violence. No. Here we go. That's peace or violence. That's our last mulligan now, my friends. I've laughed so much my throat's starting to hurt. There you go. That's the clincher right there. Chris votes for violence. So that's what we're going to do. Violence. Here we go. He's made Alcazar suffer so much. I want to get it at him the same way you say. Let him go violently. Thortek's eyes cloud over, and you can see he is not happy with your decision. He shakes his head slightly. I will abide by your wish, little one, he says. He snaps his fingers, and his hummingbird buzzes over and lights on his hand. Gather my eteks, he commands, and the hummingbird flits off. Within seconds, 100 halflings surround Thortek. We are going to save Alcazar, he tells his flock. You will hear a great explosion, thunder, far in the distance. And when all is quiet again, you will lead the Wizard of Spring from the ice cavern through the underground tunnel and straight to my house, he orders. Yes, Thortek, says the eteks in unison. We will do it. There will be no danger for you, he tells them. Now go. With that, all the little brown halflings disappear. You stand next to Thortek, waiting for Warzin to walk out onto his rooftop. The moment he appears, Thortek sighs deeply, and you can feel the energy building in his huge body. It is as though he's growing larger and larger right before your eyes. Suddenly, he extends his arm toward the rooftop, and magically, 4 fiery meteors, red and yellow and green and blue, spring from his fingertips and shoot into the sky. They streak way across the water, leaving an arched path of dazzling colored sparks floating in the air behind them. Our internet went out. No worries, Chris. He chooses tools. Looks like he chose to throw everything. You happy threw everything. It's halflings, yep. Frodo here. And Gandalf. Yep, maybe. Alright, here we go. Now let me see if I can get this right. Meteor shower! Here we go. He must be a powerful wizard. D&D meteor shower is a big one. In an instant, the sparks reach the Winter Wizard and form a diamond around his body. Before Warzin could move to defend himself, boom! There's a terrible explosion. The meteors burst into blinding bright light, and colors fly in every direction. You hear a howl of anguish, whoa! From the wizard, and you clasp your trembling hands hard against your ears to block out the cry. When you open your eyes, the sparks have died away, and Warzin has disappeared from the face of the earth. Thortek sighs a long, tired sigh and turns towards you. Here you are, little one. Warzin is gone. A victim of great and terrible violence. How do you feel? A little shaken up, you say, but happy that he's gone. My eteks are bringing Alcazar here now, he says quietly. He has been cured, and spring is already returning to your kingdom. Thortek lays a big hand on your small shoulder. Now, my little one, you have a lesson to learn. Suddenly you are afraid. You feel very small next to this enormous, powerful being. We here on Teknon have a commitment. It is a commitment to peace. I use my power in a violent way because that was your request. But we had a peaceful alternative, and we only resort to violence when it is absolutely necessary. Yeah, they're best friends. He shouldn't have offered. There you go. You shouldn't have offered us violence then. Yeah, there you go. What are you going to do with me, you ask? I'm not going to hurt you. That is a promise. But you must learn the ways of peace while you are here. Alcazar will be returning home immediately. But you, my little one, you will stay here in Teknon until you understand the meaning of peace and gentleness. Until you understand that violence is not the best way to fight violence. The power of peace is a great one. How long will that be, you ask, on the brink of tears? How long am I going to have to stay here? As long as you make it. As long as it takes for you to learn. Maybe a day, maybe a lifetime. It's up to you. But that means I may never see Alcazar again, you cried. Perhaps, but between you and me, little one, I don't think it will take you long. I'd say you look like a pretty fast learner, wouldn't you? Nod. Yes, at least I hope so. I want to learn quickly. And the lesson will last a lifetime, says Thortak, taking his hands in yours. Now go to your hut. You know where it is. And the Etax will be there shortly to begin your lessons. Yes, Thortak, you say, knowing that you must take responsibility for the decision you made. You follow the flower petal path down Mountain Tack, through the fruit trees, and into the valley, towards your little hut by the sea. The end. Dun dun dun! Threw the sword for nothing. Yeah, it's kind of a lackluster ending, wasn't it, guys? But that's where we're at. We're already done. That was a quick one. I don't know what's happening. I still don't know. It's over, buddy. Maybe he should have explained. Yeah. I never saw Pegasus. I never saw that. Yeah, there was a picture of him on a Pegasus at the beginning. Frodo had the hots for Gandalf. That's a possibility. Yeah, this one right here. I know what you're talking about. This was just in the beginning. We never got that. That was just a picture of your stepfather on. That wasn't in part of the story. It was just extra art, I guess, they put in there. No Pegasus in the story, as far as I know. Maybe that's why they put it at the beginning, because there was no Pegasus in the story. Yeah. Jughead was your fucking Mr. Weatherby. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I don't read Archie comics. It's been a while, but I know who Jughead is. Archie Jughead. On my leg, Jess. That was quick. It was, Richard. Generally, we go about 2 hours, but this one was really quick. But you know what? I don't think we could have made any less swift choices. I mean, we were at a good portion of this book, but we got through it pretty quick tonight. We were having a lot of fun, and you guys are on one tonight. That's okay. That was fun. That's what it's all about. We come here to hang out in safe space to have a good time. Gandalf was pretty awesome. Yes, he was. Very quick, Ray. But you know, it happens sometimes. But wait, let's see what we're reading next time. We'll talk about that a little bit. All right, we got this poll. We got 8 votes. I don't think we're going to get any more. I see the winner. I'm going to end the poll in the chat. There it is. Lair of the Lich is our winner. We've got Captive Planet and Prisoner of Elderwood in last place with 12 votes. You lasted the whole thing. Yeah, you did, Bobby. That's awesome. Villains of Alternus, 25%, but overwhelmingly, at least 4 of you voted for Lair of the Lich. And 50%, I'm guessing that's kind of the way it is. 2 for Villains of Alternus, and 1 of each of you voted for Captain Planet, Prisoner of Elderwood. And there it is. Oh, you didn't see Captain Planet? Yeah, that was on there, Ray. All right, Cool Gamer. I'm glad you're still here. I hope you enjoyed the book, Cool Gamer. Hope everybody did. Oh, the Winter Wizard. I think my song had more action. But we'll pop over to this as requested by Jess. She liked it so much. Lair of the White Worm. Finally, I've been waiting for it like a year. Yeah, you have. Yes, you have, Jess. So, yes. All right. So, next time we will be reading Lair of the Lich. This one right here. If I can get this to the screen properly. It's all this vertical thing. Lair of the Lich. I'll put it up there like this so everybody can see it better. It's what we're reading next time. I'll make some GIFs and all this good stuff. I'll put it on my calendar for next time. The end of this quest is Lair of the Lich. Lair of the Lich. And I'll add a new book to the mix next time, and we'll see. I might change them all up, but I think I'll put Captive Planet back on there. Seems how Ray seems to want to watch it. It was fun, Bobby. Thank you. You think you remember reading Lair of the Lich, Chris? Yeah, I think Jess is awesome. I really do. I do too, there, Cool Gamer. Let's go, Jess. Let's see, another halfling book. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a long time since I read Larry the Lich. I doubt halflings are in it. There might be a halfling. This is a kissing book. No, it wasn't. There was no kissing. Somebody got smacked though. That was the evil wizard. That one was a little anticlimactic and pretty easy, I think. Everyone heard of these books but me, it seems. Well, Bobby, it's a D&D thing, really, from back in the day, and a lot of old school gamers know about the Endless Quest books. A lot of people don't, but I loved them, and I'm happy to share them with everybody. I love reading these things, and I don't have the time to read a lot, and so I am glad I'm taking the time every month to read with you guys. I remember reading a bunch of these books as a kid. I would choose a different path every time. Yeah, me too. I try to get every ending in a lot of these books. Not all of them, but because I have like 25 of them. So I don't have all of them. I only got about half of them, and I want to acquire some more. And like I said, I do have some G.I. Joe, a couple of G.I. Joe Endless Quest books. Well, they're not ends, they're pick a paths, but whatever. In my storage unit, and I need to get them out. And my storage area downstairs, I need to get them out, and I'll put them on. Once I get them, I'll put them on there. But I got to get to my storage unit. We're still cleaning up here from moving around the house and everything, and I got to find a place to put everything. So I do not have any Super Endless Quest books, Richard. I would love to get some of those and do some of those too. But if I remember right, those that required dice rolls and pencil and paper, I think. But that's okay. We can do that too. You haven't, but you did read a book. Yeah, it was Choose Your Own Adventure. Yeah, Pick a Path to Adventure. Choose Your Own Adventures. Yeah, that's same thing. I have some Animorph ones too. A couple of Animorph Endless Quest books. You don't know about Animorphs? It was a pretty cool series in the 90s by Christina Applegate. I don't think it's the same as the actress though. Different there. That was her name. Whatever. Her name was Applegate. Her first name, I think it was K.A. Applegate. But I think her first name was Christine, but I think that's why she went by K.A. Applegate. Back in my day, D&D was for devil worshippers. Yeah, I missed that boat. And I'm glad, because it never was for devil worshippers for me. Let's see. No one was allowed to play. Yeah, it happens, Bobby. That happened a lot. They called it satanic panic, and I never saw it here in California when I lived in California. So. Read a few different choose your own style books, fighting fantasy. Yeah, I have a Fantasy Forest book, I think, too. They do use D6. Yeah, okay, Richard. There are some that I wanted to get, and I'm going to, when I run out of Endless Quest books, when I run out of stuff to read. Getting close. I've read most of them, so I got to start getting some new stuff. We can read some again, though, guys. We can read some again. That's why they're called Endless Quest books. You guys are awesome. Tomorrow night, Fridays, we're talking Conan the Barbarian. We're having a Attack of the Prom showdown. We got a cover rose for you. We got some shorty shorts. Most of my shorty shorts this week are G.I. Joe, but Tiger's made some. So we got some stuff for you this week. And Fridays and Chill, I'll play a vibing song. It won't be a new one, but I'm most likely going to premiere a song of my brother's because his birthday would have been on Saturdays. I like to do that every year for him on Fridays. The Rule of Steel, yes sir. We just watched it. It was so cool. Like I forgot how cool that movie was. Every time I watch it, I go, yeah, this movie is awesome. And I got to watch it for the first time with my kid, Ben. Never had seen it before, and it was like, here comes the orgy scene. And she's like, what do you mean the orgy scene? Yes, there's an orgy scene in Conan the Barbarian. So, wow. Everyone go listen to your Cat World Domination Day songs. I've listened to them, Jess. They were good. I even posted them on the Discord for everybody to hear. Under playlist Box of Swords. Yep. I hope you all had a good time. I'm gonna call it for the night here. Like I said, tomorrow night, Fridays, may have some games this weekend on Sunday and Monday. We have rescheduled our roundtable for Keep on the Borderlands till next month. Our players and scheduling and everything, we're going to work it out. So that's what's going on with that. Wednesday, Joe Takes Shadow Tracker on the G.I. Joe Gamer channel. Radio from the Hilt on Thursday. And then other Fridays. But on that note, my friends, Conan is brutal, but it's a fun, great adventure movie. Yeah, can't believe you he's the same guy made Red Dawn. Yep. Love both movies. Roundtable. What? Oh, okay. I have reviewed Keep on the Borderlands before, so we're for RPG takes. The next RPG takes, we're talking Keep on the Borderlands because I ran it for 3 Saturdays, not in a row, but over the course of the last month. We got to play it 3 times, and they actually survived Keep on the Borderlands and are going to be moving on to another module. So, because Red Dawn is garbage. Well, I liked Red Dawn, Ray, but I'm a Patrick Swayze fan, so there you go. Good night, buddy. Good night, everybody. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for watching in the chat and for your participation and how much fun we had tonight. Your lively conversation, I enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much. You're watching the replay. I hope you have a good time. Hopefully, you'll be able to see the chat because the chat makes the show, and we appreciate everybody. All my blue shirts, all my wrenches over there. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time on Endless Quest Fireside Tales.